What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again. Listen, I just said fuck it. I'm gonna do Sistas first and then go ahead and do BET. Cause if I do Encore first, I'm gonna forget all about Sistas and I don't wanna stay up all night rewatching the episode. But anyway, so we back again for another episode review of Sistas. This is season 3, episode 2, Acting Normal. Um listen, was I the only one that was hoping that Gary really got shot? I'm just gonna be 100% goddamn honest, okay? Something about Gary does not sit well with me, okay? He gives abusive tease, he gives controlling tease, and not just physically abusive, like he's manipulative as fuck. And Andy has been through a domestic situation, a domestic violence situation. You know, they alluded to it in college, you know. Alluded to that she had a situation like this in college or whatever. And you know, after that whole episode last season when he came in and he hugged her so tight, you know, that he basically bruised her ribs up and she passed the fuck out. Bitch, I said, you know what? You know what? Some people just don't learn. Some people just don't learn. They just love the pain. You know what I'm saying? And Andy, Miss Andy girlfriend. Girl, what is it gonna take? Open up your eyes. That's what it goes to show. Like, some of the smartest people be so dumb in real life, okay? And I don't want to say that she's weak, because I hate calling women weak. I hate calling women weak, so especially black women, because we have to be strong for every fucking thing. And then once I don't know, it just disturbs my spirits when you call him weak. But she going out for this man. She going out like a sucker for this man, okay? And I'm not here for it. I want her to be that strong black woman that's like, you know, strong in every aspect of her life or whatever. But baby, she fucking it up for me, okay? Andy, I want to love you so bad, but girl, you just making me look at you like, girl, I can never be friends with you. I can never be friends with this character, because bitch, you would hate me because I would tell you so much about yourself. Now see, Karen be trying to tell her about herself, okay? And she don't be one to listen. But see, Karen don't go to Mal enough, okay? She don't do it enough for me. You know, she hits the surface, probably crack it a little bit. She don't get beneath it and deep enough for me to tell that bitch about herself, okay? Because I'd be like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing, okay? Do you not see that this motherfucker is fucked up, okay? Do you not see that the motherfucker is controlling. He's manipulating you. The dick ain't that damn good. Go get you a toy or something until you find a real one. Okay, bitch, like, girl, you know, I'm just sitting here like, Andy, this is really what we doing? This is really what we doing, girl? I'm sorry I had to go off. This is like 2.5, this is like 2+ seasons of frustrations with Andy pent up that's just coming out, okay? You know, she go up in the room, we thinking Gary then popped out, and I'm sitting here like, now I know he got shot. So why they just standing there? What happened to Gary? Bitch, Gary got shot with rubber fucking bullets. I said rubber bullets. Rubber bullets. Sir, rubber bullets. Yeah, you know, I put rubber bullets up in the gun because, you know, when I got with Jasmine, like, I just been noticing some things been going on, and I just knew that she was, you know, a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So I said, let me switch out the gun, let me switch out the bullets or whatever. I mean, I guess that could happen. Maybe you should just get rid of the gun altogether. But then again, she could have went on ahead and brought her a new gun. Girl, I'm sitting here like, no, ma'am. No, I wanted him to get shot. Okay, I wanted him to bleed. I don't know why. Don't ask me, because I don't like Gary. I don't like his character. You know what I'm saying? And the actor that's playing him, he's playing him well. All right, I will say that, because baby, you got me convinced. You know who he got me convinced of, and this is what Andy and Gary is reminding me of. Medea's family reunion. Blair Underwood's character, and she the wife. Bitch, controlling as fuck. I do all this shit. I make you feel bad. I manipulate the hell out of you, and then I, you know, get you a whole draw you a bath with a whole bunch of rose petal and have somebody playing the violin and air fanning you in the background and all this shit, and bang your love and all that stuff. That is what Gary reminds me of. He gives me that abusive controlling tease. Case in point, you know, he needs to go over there to go his son with Jasmine, okay? Get the son from Jasmine's mother and, take him to his mother. Andy wants to go. He was like, no, we can't have that or whatever because, her family is crazy as hell, okay? It ain't just her that's crazy. That apple fell and hit a whole bunch of other branches and it just rubbed off on damn near everybody in the goddamn family. You know what I'm saying? Crazy just fell on down like, boop, 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 And so at this point, she was like, all right, I ain't think nothing of it. I was like, maybe it's a little bit too soon to see the son, especially right then and now. And she said, baby, like, I can sit in the car. And I was like, Andy, you got to go to work in the morning, so go to sleep and let him handle that shit. You know what I'm saying? So the next day, he comes up in there and he brings some dude over there, okay, talking about he a photographer. He had a client that, canceled at the last minute. And so he needed a model. And I was like, yeah, my girl Andy, she fine as fuck, okay? And she can be up in here and be a little classy ass model for you. Andy was like, babe, I don't model. I ain't never did this before. I do it, but you really think I'm beautiful like that? Yes. Okay, because dude, I was like, what y'all about to do? I'm not, like, sometimes my mind, the world is just so fucked up and some of the shit that be happening in the world be putting up in our programs. And then, you never know with Tyler Perry. So I'm thinking, like, what they gonna do to her? Okay, I'm seeing it's two of them. Gary, I don't trust you. And then you bringing this guy, what y'all finna do to her? Okay, so my man went somewhere negative. And then I snapped out of it because I feel like he trying to set something up. And I just didn't like the way that he basically didn't ask her. He basically told her that you're going to do this and set this up as if she ain't got a life of her own. So whatever else she had to do, if she had some other plans after work, she got to cancel that because she going to do what Gary says. That's some class A manipulation, okay? I said, child, that controlling... Ooh, I just didn't like it, you know what I'm saying? When the dude left, he was talking about his son and she right back on this, I want to meet your son and all this stuff. He was like, I don't think that's ready. I don't think he's ready yet. Making all these excuses or whatever. He got autism and, I understand that or whatever. And something about that situation just don't sit well with me either. The explanation that they gave, okay, he gave or whatever. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let that rock. Meanwhile, later on in the episode, the last scene that we see with Gary winds up calling Danny on the phone. Okay? Calling Danny on the phone. And I'm sitting here, red flag. I said, bitch, how the fuck you get her number? Now, let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck how close friends we are. Do not give out my number to anyone. I tell my family that too. Do not give out my number to anyone. Bitch, don't try to hook me up with nobody. Don't say, oh, y'all will be cool. Y'all probably, and I'm talking about on a friendship level, on a biz. Don't give my number to nobody. Text me or call me and say, can I give your number to this person because this is what they doing and they interested in this or whatever. Woo, woo, woo. Bitch, don't just give my number out, okay? And then you're going to give her number out to this crazy motherfucker. Truth be told, I feel like Gary went through her phone and got that number anyway. And Danny seemed like the more sensible one because he knew that he wasn't going to get nothing out of Karen. And then Sabrina just be so aloof. So that's that. That's neither here nor there. So he called her basically trying to tell her, could you please get the girls together and come over to the house or whatever. She's going to do a photo shoot and all this stuff. And, she needs you there for support. And I'm just sitting here like, support? Now, see, this would be me. Danny got off that phone. First of all, she hung up in his face. That would have been me too, okay? First of all, Ashley wouldn't answer the number that I don't know. That definitely would have been me. That would have been my true self. But if I would have and I found out who it is, I would have hung the phone up in his face too. She called Karen and Sabrina, put them on three-way, told them about the whole situation. Karen knows, okay? Because, Andy had came into the shop. And they haven't spoken to each other since the Fatima situation at the grocery store last season, And so, Andy had to let her know, listen, girl, I ain't know nothing about that. I truly didn't know nothing about that. She was like, it is what it is. You ain't know nothing about it. So, your hair look good or whatever. Your hair look good too, girl. Okay, bitch. Gary finna do this photo shoot. Like, girl, he making me a model and stuff like that. All right, that's cute. With Pam nosy ass in the back. Girl, I just can imagine the shit that Angie, a.k.a. Pam, probably be texting Beyonce and Kelly and them, okay? And Solange, they probably be kikiing up. I said, is she a mess like this in real life? Bitch, Angie be doing them thirst traps on goddamn Instagram. I will say that. Girl, I follow her on Instagram. I said, girl, Miss Ma'am, you got somebody. I ain't never seen you out with a man. You keep that shit low key. Now I heard something about you back in the day, but I ain't gonna put that out there, cause that ain't none of my business, and the person that's involved is married. But at the same time, if you ain't got no man, whoo, I'm trying to get in where I fit in. Let me stop. Let me stop. Oh, I cracked myself up. Let me stop. Let me stop. Anyway, moving on from that. So they just like, girl, we'll see. We'll go over there. We're going to do what we got to do. Meanwhile, we get to Karen. Okay. Karen wakes up and, Aaron is still at the house. Okay. He got his shirt off, he put his pants on or whatever. He was like, damn, I was so embarrassed. And was like, you remember what you did? You was trying to do a whole lot of things to me last night or whatever. He was like, I shouldn't have brought this to you or whatever. I got to get my stuff under control. Stop drinking, basically putting his faults out there and saying what he got to control and all that stuff. He was like, what I was thinking was, I could be so much better than him. You know what I'm saying? I can feel better than him inside you and all that stuff. I said, make you forget how he feels inside you. I said, Mr. Preacher, Pastor, don't talk like that. That's nasty. Okay, that's some shit that I would say. You not supposed to say that, a man of the cloth. Okay, don't say that shit. Okay, it just didn't sound right coming out your mouth. It sounded a little creepy. And I was like, you embarrassing yourself right about now, Mr. Aaron. Please get up, put your shirt on, cover your nipples, and exit the door, okay? Go like this so you can stop being embarrassed and just go on out. Put that church finger up and just walk on out, okay? That's what you need to do, because at the end of the day, Karen said, I don't know what it is about him, but, like, he ingrained in me. That's, Karen is in love with Zach. And even though you can be in love with somebody, that don't mean that you need to be with them, okay? They are connected, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they're toxic as hell with each other. Later on, given that situation, of course, Aaron basically, after hearing all that shit, he said, I'm going to need some time. I said, now you going to need some time? He was like, well, you need to figure out what you need to do. I'm going to figure out what I need to do. I'm going to need some time. I said, bye, Aaron. But at one point, Fatima and Andy had met up. Now, see, I ain't like this part because I was about to cuss Andy ass out. All right. Andy came up in the office. And Fatima came around the corner. She was like, Fatima, my office. Now. I said, ma'am, we not about to have this attitude with our girl. Okay, Fatima ain't do shit to y'all. Okay, Fatima did not know y'all mens. Okay, Fatima don't know y'all like that. So how the hell she supposed to know who the fuck Zach is to y'all? Okay, nobody ever said any names. Okay, so you can't get mad at her. And that's what she was trying to tell you. She was like, listen, girl, I did not know nothing about that. I did not know that was Karen's ex. And you know me, I don't lie. And Andy wanted to be pissed off at her so bad, but she had to change that tone because she was like, yeah, girl, you don't lie. So, I mean, damn. So this the dude that you was talking about that's all wonderful and, you really like, and he this changed person and whatever. He this good man. And she was like, yeah. He was like, she said, you mean for real? This Zach? I mean, I'm just saying because the Zach that I know, he basically mooches and live off women. And I said, why would you put that out there? Like, you putting the seeds of doubts up in this lady's head. And this is exactly why Zach got away from y'all. And he don't need to come back to y'all because y'all so negative. All right. You got Fatima saying all this good stuff about him, seeing his potential because she's not so overbearing and micromanaging him and pointing out all his flaws or whatever. And Fatima said something about the fact that, when the mother or whatever of these kids, especially these boys, always pointing out their bullshit or whatever and what they doing and telling them what they doing wrong or whatever, they go find somebody else like their mom, okay? And they do the same thing. And I just said, oh my God, that is exactly what it is. Karen and Andy almost slipped up and said, Karen, that explains a lot. And she was like, what? She said, girl, I ain't finna tell you Karen business. She was like, oh no, don't do that because I don't want to know. I don't want to know. That ain't none of mine, so I don't want to know. And see, that's why Fatima has become my favorite, okay? Fatima has become one of my favorites with Danny, okay? And Karen got to go through all of that shit. Girl, Karen, I just want you to let Zach go. I know you probably love him, but are you truly in love with him, or do you love the idea of having to help him out all the time so that you can have a reason to be pissed off? Cause it's a difference. It's a difference, you know. Danny, Danny, the only one right about now that's in a goddamn stable relationship. Granted, she got some issues because, you know, Preston, he got his little hillbilly family, as she says. You know, he want to know where she gonna be at when she come out to work, and you know he got to go see his mother. And she just want to know that if she comes home, that ain't none of them motherfuckers gonna be up in her house like the sister popped up last season. And so he was like, no, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. Okay, so right about now, who would have thought it that Danny would have the most stable relationship at this point? Because then we get Sabrina. Okay. Sabrina calling Danny while she up there with Preston trying to figure out what it is that she needs to do. Okay. She pops up on Danny. She needs some advice. How am I supposed to act when I go to the job? Okay, and I see Jacoby. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Like, what if he say something to me? Do I say something to him? She said, bitch, just go up in there and mind your business. You ain't gotta say nothing. And I said, see, this is the exact reason why you do not. I don't want to fuck a coworker. Okay, granted, I'm not attracted or have a thing for none of the coworkers that I've worked with, and I feel kind of upset. I feel so upset. I feel like I'm cheated, okay? I'm going to tell you why. First of all, I went to college and there was no professor that I would actually have a crush on. I said, damn, you couldn't even make college worthwhile going to go for a cute teacher or whatever. I said, that's kind of fucked. And it really wasn't nobody up in there that I actually, you know, was like, oh, she cute or whatever. Nothing like that, okay? See, that's why I should have went to HBCU, because I would have known, bitch, Ashley would have been a whore. A whore. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just putting the goddamn out there. I wanted to go to Clark fucking Atlanta University, bitch. Bitch, I will still be down in Atlanta right about fucking now. Okay? Girl, I would be a whore. I already know that. I just know with myself, I just know that, you know, and if circumstances would have went differently, that's what my life would have been. Okay? And I ain't talking about no wholesaling myself or whatever, bitch. I just would have been fucking around. I would have lost my goddamn man. I would have been like, oh my God, look at all that ass. Oh my God, it's too much. You know, your turn, your turn, your turn. Please. No, let me stop. Let me stop. I'm very sex positive, just in case you don't know. So that's why I say what I say. You know, if you want to fuck around, just be safe with it, bitch. I don't care about it. But anyway, you know, and then I go to work. I ain't got nobody that's at work. I've never worked with anybody that I was actually attracted to. I said, what the fuck? I mean, it cuts down on the drama, okay? But I was like, Sabrina, you just showed me why I just dodged a bullet. Like, you shouldn't fuck your coworkers, because look at all this drama, okay? You don't know how to act. You're telling Danny that he got a mandingo and all this stuff. You know, you done told Maurice about that. Bitch, let's talk about goddamn Maurice. He at the bank, and old dude that was fucking in his house, he came up in there and tried to cash a check that was from Calvin, supposedly. It was Calvin's check. Basically stole one Calvin checks out of his room, okay, and tried to make it seem as if he had gave him a $5,000 check, okay, talking about some him and Calvin do business together. He was like, describe Calvin. Oh, he a dark-skinned dude. No, nigga, he light-skinned it. And you know, Maurice was about to call the cops, had him locked up in the office or whatever, but then Jacoby opened up the door, so he ran out, okay. And of course, old boy talk about something, you know, I gotta get my kids some shoes or whatever. Like, please don't call the cops. Please don't call the cops. He was like, I'd do anything. He said, nigga, stop looking at my titties. Your titties looking at me, bitch. I'll do anything, okay? I said, no, stop it. We are not about to do this. So, of course, Maurice is mad at Jacoby for opening up the door and letting him run out. But that ain't even what it is. Sabrina came up in there. Okay, of course, Maurice gonna say what it is, because Sabrina came in there and walked right past him, said hello to Maurice, and didn't even acknowledge Jacoby. Jacoby up in his feelings, because now he realized that Maurice knows all about it, okay? Call him Garth Brooks, okay? You know, talking about his penis and everything. Bitch, let me tell you something. For somebody that got hate crime, the hate bash to guess, Maurice still is a fucking fool in a mess, okay? I be like, nigga, I be so careful the shit that I say. You know, you can't joke with everybody, all right? So we better be glad Jacoby ain't taking this shit to heart, all right? But then Maurice finds out that Calvin's bank account is basically drained. That boy done drained and been going from bank to bank to bank, taking out money out of his account. And so now the only way to fix it is he has to get a manager from the bank to, put a stop to all the stuff and to fix it or whatever, put the fraudulent claim and all that stuff on it. And the manager is Sabrina. He has to come in person. He don't want to do that, okay? But he's going to eventually do it because on the preview for next week, him and Jacoby going to get into a fight at the goddamn bank. And I'm here for it, okay? I'm here for it. Bitch, to be quite honest, if I had to choose between Jacoby and, Calvin, I know I said last week Jacoby seems like a creep, like he's thirsty or whatever. But at the end of the day, if that was my ministry, I would let him hit. No doubt. Okay. I would let him hit. That'd be my little fuck buddy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'd probably marry Calvin just because, he seemed like the good guy. But other than that, I'd definitely still be cheating on Calvin with Jacoby. Okay, I definitely would. You like the little roughneck type of shit. You know how I do it. But anyway, also Fatima said that, she I need you to tell Karen and the girls, I don't want them to be mad at me or whatever. Go ahead and tell them, listen, I'm broken up with Zach. I'm done with Zach. I said, excuse me? Excuse me? I wouldn't have broke up with that nigga just because of that. First of all, y'all wasn't technically in a relationship. You didn't make it official. Okay, y'all was just fucking around and playing house for a little bit, and not really. All right. Second of all, you ain't know them, so therefore you don't owe them nothing. Okay. Third of all, you not truly over Zach. Y'all still gonna be dipping off and doing what y'all think, what y'all doing. Cause bitch, I tell Karen that, okay, and I still be fucking Zach on the goddamn side on the low. Okay, bitch, you ain't gotta know we ain't good girlfriends. Andy is your good girlfriend. I just came into the picture, bitch. I don't owe you shit. All right. I'm just saying. But that was basically the episode. Let me fast forward right quick and see if I missed anything because I gotta watch the encore. Okay. Encore, do you want more? Let me tell you something. I'm enjoying this season, okay? I'm really enjoying this season. It's cute. We only 2 episodes in, but this is how I really be acting when I be watching it as it be playing. And I just don't understand. I did have a lot of stuff going on Wednesday. I wish I would have picked this up when it first came on. I did want to, Zach and this lady and his goddamn laptop, he better than me because I know that lady ain't going to tip him. He went back to that plane to get that lady laptop, and I know that white lady ain't going to tip him. Mind you, the black girl that he brought up there, she tipped him, okay? And I know that lady ain't going to do it. Bitch, anyway, that's all that I need to say. Y'all tell me if I missed something. I will see you guys later. See you guys in a couple of hours for the encore. BET Presents, okay? Peace.